Release the Kraken!
Today, we shall see victory! A great new Altered fights at our side!
I feel a storm cloud coming down today.
The anomaly should have killed us. But instead, it left us something more. Altered and Outrider. Only we can lead them to a future. Whatever we were before, we're something new now. We were given a second life. We can't waste it.
Alrighty, not gonna lie, I really kind of got into that intro video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking today about Outriders, which is an upcoming cooperative role-playing third-person video game developed by People Can Fly and published by Square Enix. It's set to be released on April 1st, and it's going to be available on Windows, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox X and S, and Stadia. I thought they pulled the plug on Stadia. Anyway, it's going to be based in, or not based, but developed in the Unreal Engine 4, which is good news. I think most of your Why Did Games Dies videos always talk about how it was written in, or developed in Unreal Engine 3, so I think it's going to be a step forward. It is both single player and multiplayer. You can play by yourself. You can go through most of the missions, at least in the demo at least, completely, totally, 100% by yourself. But as always, it's more interesting with your friends or with random people. Really ramps up the encounters. The writer for the game is a gentleman by the name of Joshua Rubin. Apparently he's been doing this stuff for about 20 years. He's a writer and interactive narrative consultant based out of New York. He's best known for co-writing Assassin's Creed 2. He was also part of the core creative team at Bungie, which is responsible for creating the world of Destiny. He's also lead writer at Telltale Games, working on such games as the Game of Thrones series, The Walking Dead, and Minecraft Story Mode. He recently co-wrote and co-designed for Netflix the upcoming season 2 of Bear Grylls, You vs. Wild. Don't really watch TV, have no idea what that is. And he co-created and co-wrote Hopeless, which is an original choose-your-own adventure-style heist series for ECO. I don't know what that is either. And we should all be pretty much familiar with the publisher, Square Enix. If you're not familiar with Square Enix, Squaresoft, Squeenix, you've apparently been living under a rock for the past 20, 25 years. But as far as the developer goes, if you're unfamiliar with People Can Fly, not a big surprise, but they do have a dossier of work. In 2004, they worked on Painkiller and Painkiller Battle of Hell. They worked on Painkiller Hell Wars. They worked on the PC port for the original Gears of War. They co-developed Gears of War 2 with Microsoft Studios and Epic Games. They worked on Duty Calls and Bullet Storms with EA. They also worked on Gears of War 3 with Epic Games, Gears of War Judgment, and of course Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. They also worked on Fortnite. They co-developed Fortnite with Epic Games. They then did some work on Bulletstorm Duke of Switch Edition, which I'm assuming is a Switch port. And then their newest body of work coming out this month, or not this month, but next month, is Outriders, which is the game that we're talking about and we're going to dive into.
I know the game. Really hasn't changed a whole lot.
Now, that little clip wasn't exactly a jab at the game or the developers. It really isn't. We're not exactly reinventing the wheel when it comes to most games nowadays. And the argument can be made that all looter shooter RPGs are pretty much the same thing. But what people need to realize is is that each of these games is striving to find a way to make the game unique unto itself. Prime example being Anthem. The Let's Be Iron Man mechanics, flying around, blowing stuff up of Anthem, those were pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. But Anthem didn't have the support or the trust of its publisher and was never really given a chance to correct itself. What games today need to do is figure out how to take said proverbial wheel and give it its own style. And I genuinely think Outriders does a fairly entertaining job of it. You're really going to notice certain vibes from a number of games when you play Outriders. The cover mechanics and the hilarious gore that were iconic in Gears of War. I mean, seriously, rib cages flying through the air, special moves that turn your opponents inside out. The superhuman Starship Trooper vibe from Destiny. The weapon breakdown and modding mechanics from The Division. And my favorite part of the game is the super campy storyline.
Hey, you did a good thing.
Altered, you're too late.
What happened here?
What does it fucking look like?
Do you even know what they did to us?
I know what you did to me. He paid.
Not enough.
You gonna be okay? You need a medic or something?
You nuts? A medic round here will kill me faster than the shrapnel will. Don't worry about me. I'll live to fight another day.
All right.
Hey! You did a good thing.
You are to be the shepherd. Find a way for them out of this slaughter. Outrider.
I will remember this, John Shepard. What? Who is this, Shepard?
Ask me later.
Whatever you say.
All I need now is Peter Dinklage to read a line somewhere telling me that the mysterious signal is coming from the moon. Anyway, in the demo, you spend a long time running around and the beginning settlement of Rift Town? Is it Rift Town? Anyway, yeah, this is your primary quest hub. Down here, we're going to go down the stairs. You're going to have your vendors and your side quest NPCs. We've got, oh, right here. Over here we've got Madame Boivor. I think that's how it's pronounced. Anyway, she's going to give you various missions to go and bring back various Earth relics. In the demo, at least, there's the one side mission to go collect a holotape with an Encyclopedia Earth holodeck to collect. And there on the right, we have Beastie Boys on vinyl, apparently. Priorities. Post-apocalyptic. Yeah, Beastie Boys on vinyl. Over here, as far as vendors go, we've got this dude. This is going to be Gregor Ram. Gregor Ram, super grumpy, but he's going to be furnishing all your armor. We run over here. We've got Eva Lopez. This gal with the super crush is going to be your weapons vendor. She doesn't actually unlock for you until after you do a side mission towards the very beginning of the game, in which you actually rescue her. There are various other points of interest within this area. A lot of room and space to do things with. You know, maybe they did something over here. Maybe that's a PvP queue up area. I don't know. Just whatever. Maybe another weapons vendor. Food. Tasty. Then if we go over this way, we are going to have the player camp. Yeah, you've got your own fast travel point right here. And then over here, We have your account stash, or at least the stash. It's not available during the demo. I'm assuming this is going to allow you to switch out gear in between characters, kind of in the Division. Over here, we've got the appearance changer, or barbershop. We got a restocking station, in case you're somehow out of ammo. We also have the multiplayer hub. This is where you got to find a party. Outsiders does support crossplay, meaning you can play with people from different platforms. Tested this out the other night. I was playing with a buddy of mine. I was on PC and another buddy of mine that was playing on the PS5 simultaneously, romping around, making stuff explode. And then we have this doorway out into the adventurable area, exit to the front lines. Now, something that's not available in the Outriders demo, at the very least, are active exploration zones. There's a whole lot of instancing, and you'll see a lot of cutscenes, like that cutscene right there. Just not so clever ways of hiding loading screens. But when you get out into the front lines, looking around, it's empty. There's no mobs, there's no trash, there's nothing to kill out here. These zones are not persistent. The only time NPCs or mobs are even actually active in these zones is when you are replaying storyline or doing actual missions where you go to these zones in order to do things. I'm hoping later on in the game there'll be something like that with active persistent zones, but as of right now there is no just go to said zone where, you know, there are mobs that you can farm, such as in the Division and Destiny and whatnot. They're just empty. It makes the game feel emptier to me. And another cutscene hiding a loading screen. Don't get me wrong, the game's an absolute blast. It really is. Is it perfect? No. There's a number of graphical issues that aren't game breaking but can be rather obnoxious. There are get out of my way. But yeah, there's a number of graphical issues that aren't game breaking but can be rather obnoxious. Certain cutscenes, various bits of armor. Like when you go into the cutscenes, whatever armor you're wearing is what you wear in the cutscenes. So they had to go and generate actual models for each one of those bits of armor. And so anything with parts that hang down, such as leather flaps or anything like that, tend to float around in the sky, or not flap around in the sky, like a silk scarf. If you back into a wall, it kind of breaks the camera. And by that, I mean, here, let me see if I can show you. Oh, yep, see, there we go. It kind of breaks the camera, your character, oh, came back. Let's try it again. Yeah, see, look at that. Just your gun, jewelry, it's just floating in the air. Oh, and we're back. Nothing major. But, and then there's a number of cutscenes for, say, like side quests and whatnot, where the closed captioning for those side quests isn't even remotely synced, which can be rather irritating, especially for people like myself who tend to watch everything with cutscenes and read the cutscenes as we're watching. Yeah, there's absolutely, it is bad. Maybe I'll do a whole video on bad cutscenes. But here I am running around through one of the side missions, which, you know, most of the missions you can repeat repeatedly in order to farm gear. I am currently playing on one of my better geared characters. This is a Trickster. According to Steam, I've got about 25 hours. I'm playing on World Tier 5. And as far as my gear goes, I'm pretty well decked. So this isn't much of a challenge. And I'm running around with a shotgun blasting people in little bits, right? I'm playing on a controller, so I'm going to get up here. And there's very, very minimal vibration. So it doesn't exactly feel impactful, so to speak. Maybe a little bit more vibration would help with that. Maybe some screen shake. I don't know. Something to improve it just a little bit. Kill this guy. And, oh, look at that head pop. Look at that blood splatter. I mean, come on. Gears of War, man. Put that shotgun again. Boom! Look at that. Just little bits everywhere. Like I said, it doesn't exactly feel impactful, but as far as the weapons handling and everything, the gunplay, the actual moving around, taking cover, stuff like that, it's an absolute blast. It's good. I really rather enjoy it. Would I recommend this game? Yeah, most definitely. I've got my pre-order in, and I'm going to be playing this game quite a lot. Do I think it has staying power? I certainly hope so. I enjoyed it immensely, and with a publisher like Square that has, in the past, more of a focus on the actual gamers and not overall profits, anything that might be game-breaking or whatnot is going to have the capital, the resources, in order to get itself fixed, hopefully in quick order. None of this talk like Anthem 2.0 or a roadmap to Anthem where everything's just really slow, drawn out, hope for the best type deal. And this pretty much is going to wrap it up for this particular video. As always, if you like the vid, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Another cutscene. Until next time, stay safe, have fun, good luck, and we'll see you again. And hey, you did a good thing. See you next time.